lot of guys think that the one thing that makes them not approach women is their approach anxiety. If I asked you right now, if I said to you, what are you afraid of approaching women for? Why are you afraid to go up and talk to a girl in day game, in night game? What is it that scares you? Your answer is more than likely going to be that you are afraid of being rejected. It's the most common answer. It's what you believe. You think that you're afraid of failure. You think that you're afraid to get rejected. Well, let's look at this on a very logical level, because I can give you very logical advice for this, but then you aren't able to actually execute on it. The logical advice is that strangers, the opinions of others, people that are not in your tight circle, their thoughts of you, their opinions of you, they don't matter. It doesn't matter what somebody thinks, especially if you're in another city. Now, if I send you to Los Angeles, California, and I say, hey, go talk to 10 girls out here, but you're still afraid to do it, you know that when you go back to Wyoming, you know that those women rejecting you, it doesn't affect your life in any way. So is it that you're actually afraid of failure and rejection, or is it something more nefarious? These are all good questions to ask. Why can you watch a logical video on why you shouldn't be afraid of what other people think about you, but it doesn't work? You still are. It's not fear of rejection, and it's not fear of failure. I'm hosting a 2-day day game workshop in Los Angeles, California, December 12th and 13th. I've got 3 spots available. DM me on Instagram, the word Los Angeles, and I'll send you more info on that program. So logically, we know that the opinions of others, getting rejected by somebody, a fear of failure, logically we know that none of that really matters, but we're still afraid to talk to women. Again, why is this? Because it's not really what you're afraid of. What you are actually afraid of, the biggest fear you have of going up and talking to a woman, is facing the tension that comes with feeling like a weirdo. If I were to send you to a Walmart and I said, hey, put on this pink dress, put on this pink tutu, and walk all around the Walmart, you're gonna be scared as hell to do that. Again, even if it's in another city. And what's going to happen to you while you're afraid in that moment? Your face is going to start getting flush. You start getting very nervous. You start feeling your cheeks tingle. You start feeling your body trembling. Everything gets a little blurry. You're having basically a panic attack. This same thing happens to you while you're approaching. You feel it. She feels it. And it ends up in you really self-loathing and self-hating. It's the tension that comes, the nervous energy that happens within an approach. This same fear of tension is actually why 99% of women will flake when they agreed to go on a date with you. This is why they flake. Because they're afraid that they're going to go on that date, they're already a little bit nervous about it, and they think it's going to be scary. They think that they're going to get on the date and that they're going to run out of things to say, you're going to run out of things to talk about, and nobody's going to have a good time. This is a fear of tension. So how do you overcome this? And if you're a guy who's actually done 25 or more approaches, 50 or more approaches, then you're watching this right now and your mind's probably blown because you're agreeing with what I'm saying. So we have to break the self-narrative that you're afraid of rejection and that you're afraid of failure, because you're not. That's bullshit. It's not the case. So what do we do here? How do we get more comfortable in the tension? Save me, Aaron. Save me. I want to get more comfortable in the tension. How do I do it? Well, if you're friends with me on Facebook, then you saw that I posted a video very similar to what I'm talking about right now. And here is the deal. Right now, you are probably trying to do everything you can to get better at game and to get better with women and to get more girls. You're probably doing everything you can without actually approaching and facing this tension. There's a famous quote, and I don't know who said it, but I've heard it on several occasions. And somebody says, all the training in the world does not prepare you for the moment that you get hit in the face by Mike Tyson. It doesn't matter how many years you've boxed. It doesn't matter how many times you've sparred, how many weights you lifted. When you get in the ring with Mike Tyson and that motherfucker hits you in the face, there is nothing that can prepare you for that moment. You see this in the military. I've heard stories and I've seen it in movies of guys who trained for combat, and when the moment comes for them to be engaged in combat, they crumble. This is no dig at them. I can't imagine what it's like to be in combat. But there's nothing that can train you for actual combat except for combat. So you can continue to do your little meditations. You can continue to read your blogs on healing the childhood trauma. You can continue to go to the gym and believe that one day you're going to be jacked enough to be attractive to women. You can tell yourself that you're becoming a really high value man and that one day the women are going to come to you. You can live in all these little fucking fairy tales that you want to live in. However, I promise you, the only way that you're ever going to get better with women is by stacking leads and going on dates. Stacking leads and going on dates. You must approach more women. In today's world, I hate it. I'm good at online dating. I'm very good at online dating. I've slept with a lot of girls from it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I don't want to sit here and swipe on a bunch of women that I barely even find that attractive, knowing that I've slept with tons of girls way more attractive than these ones, and even these ones are giving me shit because of the skewed pool that's online. I don't like online dating. However, if I had no women in my life at all, I would be scouring the online dating apps. I would be on them. I'd be optimizing my photos. If you want help with online dating, pick up my course, Panty Soaking Text, where you can find tons and tons of actual breakdowns of me meeting women online. This is available at evolutiondaily.com. You must get a shit ton of leads and you must go on dates. This is the only way to get better with women. Leads and dates. So you're going to keep trying everything else. You're going to do your meditations and you're going to I'm reading this book right now. This Mark Manson book says, I don't have to try. I just be myself and the women come to me because of my authenticity. Fuck that, bro. How's that going for you? Ask yourself these things. Really look at your life and say, I know guys, right? I know plenty of guys that like really shit on the game. I know these guys, right? They're not the guys I see with a lot of girls. A lot of guys I meet out in the real world that are cool motherfuckers, even if they've never done the game, they're guys that like have hooked up with a bunch of girls, maybe because they're just really good looking, extroverted dudes and they slayed through college. Maybe they have a bad bitch girlfriend right now. Guys that have done really well at the game, or done well with women, even outside of game, they hear about the game and they're like, that sounds fucking sick. The coolest dudes are like, fuck, I wish I had that, bro. I would have cleaned up even more. It's always these real dorky guys that never really had much luck with women that really hate on the game and hate on the idea of approaching. And so all I ask of you is to ask yourself to look at what you've done, and do you have the results that you've wanted with women? Have you slept with bad bitches? Have you had girls fucking obsessed with you? Have you had girls blowing you up, dying to hang out with you, dying to come over and suck your dick, and dying to date you? Most of the time, the answer is probably going to be fucking no. So if everything you've been doing hasn't been working, Now I want you to ask yourself, have I done enough approaches? And if you're not approaching consistently, if you're not talking to a lot of girls consistently and going on a lot of dates, then the answer is no. If you haven't been on a shit ton of dates, 100 or more, then you are not stacking up enough leads and talking to enough women. End of fucking story. So to wrap up this video, you're not afraid of rejection. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of the tension that comes from being uncomfortable in your interactions because you feel strange while you're doing it. Why do you feel strange while you're doing it? Because it's not normalized for you. It's not normalized. You must be as comfortable in an approach as you are talking to your fucking grandma. You must be as comfortable in an approach as you are sitting in your fucking bed watching TV. And if you haven't gotten to that point yet, then you need to stack more leads and go on more dates. This is the only way, and I'm sick of all this other bullshit when I see guys talking to me, I've been doing this other, I've been doing the fucking thing. You haven't been doing shit. You're avoiding the actual fucking combat. And you're living your life in training. Stop avoiding the combat and stop living your life in fucking training and run headfirst into adversity in order to get more comfortable in the tension that comes with talking to women. Now, if you like this video and you would like to join me in Los Angeles, California on December 12th and 13th, again, we have a couple spots left available for this program. You can DM me over on Instagram at Evolution Daily, DM me the word Los Angeles, and even if you're not interested, at least fucking follow me over there because I put out exclusive content all the fucking time. I'll see you guys in the next video.